I'm popping in not to do a movie review or anything like that. No. If anything, well, of course, I'm going to talk about the movie I just saw, Equalizer 3, my boy Denzel. Yes, we know each other personally. That is no embellishment. Okay, maybe just a little bit. So, why not talk about that first before I get into the new gratitude I'm holding in my heart right now? Anybody that's been following along with the community or myself, of course, the overplayed humble thanks and my eternal gratitude. Let's see if my car starts. That's my favorite part of this video. I've been having issues. I don't know if it's the starter, my engine, or what. Holy big dog poo, aka DJ Bricks in the house, man. We are overdue, my brother. We are so overdue, are we not? Oh, thank goodness, my vehicle started. I'm starting to worry I might have to buy a new car. I really don't want to buy a new car right now. But by God, Pooh, holy crap, man. I hope, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm glad to see you. What's up, Tennessee Ridge Runner 2? My boy Pooh, it has been crazy because today marks the first day of my return to health. I have been incapable of appreciating my own health for a while. I lost the ability to walk about maybe 6 days ago. For about 4 days, what's good, man? HBR at the Crossroads. Good to see you again. Queen, hello. You might, alright, first off, I'd like to ask if anybody notices anything different about how I'm carrying myself. Some people that know me have gone so far, hello to you, single mama. Okay, some people have gone so far as to saying they've noticed a change, and I'm not gonna be the judge of that, but I will ask anybody on the outside looking in. This is after 7 days of a clean diet, because it always seems to be the case when you face great illness or great strife and stress in your life, right? Like when I had lung surgery in my 20s, what did it do? Well, I was in my 20s, so nothing good. You know, that was after my arrest, and it was a different time. Overcame addiction. That was the beginning of, I guess, a lot of my issues. 12 years of sobriety. Well, 12 years off of any kind of painkiller. Here we are, fast forward, and what? Like over a week ago, I had another health scare. Kind of fast forwarding, skipping a lot. And this is where my mind has been now that I feel finally a lot calmer, less manic. I think I fixed my sleep schedule. I got the gout. I had the sodium soldier. I think I had too much what you claiming there, cuz I had a high sodium, the blood work I had done, fast forwarding to where we are now, high uric acid. Yes, I've spoken about this in the prior video, Richard Pryor. And well, gout is basically a concentration of uric acid from a poor diet. They call it the king's disease, or as I've been told, the middle-aged white man disease. I like that title a lot better. And from overindulgence of alcohol, too much, just poor dieting, and really no exercise. And so after 3 days of not being able to walk and not working for over a week, of course, for someone like me, I've made it no secret how sometimes anything can just take me to a dark place. A lot of isolation did just that. I found myself depressed and getting angry, but with no solution. So the obvious first thing you want to do with gout, what's up, Mad Shad? With the gout, you know, especially when you can't walk, man. I was crawling on my tile floor to the bathroom. That was the only time I was moving. And for God's sakes, like right now, I'm glad I have my health. Before I get into that a little bit, my mother has been also suffering from gout. I called my brother in New York. He's also had gout, only over there, apparently they have real doctors who took the pain away and made gout go away in 10 minutes from a combination of 3 different steroids. I want that information, and I want to help my mother. The hardest thing, aside from my own health and recovering and getting to where I am today, and there's a lot of more good todays to have. I can't just think because of the progress I've gotten to and I am in good spirits today, I can't just get careless again. I can't allow myself to regress and fall back exactly where I've been in the past. And for whatever reason, though, this one feels just a little different in my heart, in my mind. What's up, Red Pill? To all and any that come in here. And Pooh, by God, after this live, give me about 20 minutes. I'm going to send you a text. I would like to speak to you because we have not spoken in quite some time. So, all right, I need to be healthy for my family right now. There's some details I'm going to respect not to share because it has been rough watching my mother go through the things she has been going through. Oh, sorry, Mad Shad. That is, I've read a lot, been doing a lot of like Google foo, medical research, okay? I do not recommend anybody using the Googles to self-diagnose. I did a lot, I've used Google, and now, honestly, a lot of you that reached out after the community post about my health. Hey, Maxwell, it's good. Whoa, is everybody going through it, or is it just me? Hope everyone is well. Sorry I've missed a lot. You haven't missed much, man. I've been out of, just gone. My mom is, I'm so sorry, Maxwell. We all wish her a very speedy recovery, and you have, the equivalent of a family right here. This community has meant so much to me, and I got so much valuable information from not only you guys. Thankfully, I did see a specialist. I wish I would have learned earlier in life, you got to find the doctor that's covered by your insurance. You can't just go anywhere unless you want to spend an arm and a leg, right? All these skills, like where has the progress honestly been for the youth of our society, right? Like, I understand I was born in 1984, but our time's really that different. So the youth of today, are they being taught? Have we started to implement any classes that teach some basic life necessities and skills that I know I was not the best student. I know I was a fool. I was a young little court jester, and I found things that just led to me wasting my time and was self-destructive. But I did attend enough school in my day for enough span of years to realize and see that there was no classes talking about basic life skills, things that I really needed to know. So those tools, and after learning and surviving my own life and experience, realizing what was never taught to me, what of the schools of our modern day, of so-called modern day 2023, what have they learned from all of that? This current generation, my generation, I'm Gen X apparently, or millennial. I don't know. I don't care anymore. I don't like any of the current generations, and I can't fault everybody else. Okay, I'm no snowflake here, but I don't think I see any evidence of progress in the schools. If anything, right now, here we go into a rant. The things that I'm seeing about schools, and I hate to always kind of go to this, is political motivation. Have you guys heard that story? Ben Shapiro. Yes, of course, I listen to Ben Shapiro, right? I don't agree with everything, but I'm able to listen to him. He had a child on as a guest who recently was kicked out of his school because you would think it would be something pretty atrocious, right? So at these schools, I forget the state, but I just read the articles. I haven't watched this particular show where the kid guested, but the story has made national headlines. He went in with a "Don't Tread on Me" sticker. All right, schools now, it's okay to have BLM stickers, Antifa patches, or anything and everything up on the walls. It talked about what systemic racism, CRT, all of those things, right? All of that's okay, even if, and let's not even get into mandates, and it's for the greater good. March to the tune of our, march to our tune because it's for the greater good, because the talking heads say so. But don't you dare have anything that may hurt the feelings of those around you. That is it even against the status quo? Aren't we always supposed to be, isn't it American to celebrate something that's individual? Or hell, "Don't Treat on Me" a patriotic, call out? I just, I don't know. So bearing all that in mind, so not only are we now sending our children back home, if they show any signs of dissenting from the main narrative, or the main narratives, plural, that are shown on any mainstream media outlet, and we're told is the right way to think, believe, and vote, I'm still so exhausted of seeing every mainstream outlet talk about Trump as the most evil man out there. That's laughable. That'll hold for another time. But right now, I'm at a complete loss. Have our schools recognize the damage of not treating a generation with more care, not treating and teaching children of America to take care of themselves. And when you are taught how to say, hey, bass girl, it's great to see you live. It's fantastic. I miss you. You know that to be true. I miss you very much. Okay, all right. That's a tangent. Let me stay on track here. So with the schools, how have those that are in power, that absorb our tax monies, not recognize that what we have seen with evidence? Seeing with plain sight here, you can see a generation that believes being an influencer. Like that chick I walked into at the mall, and I'm now a clip on her little video that's apparently a promotion for her OnlyFans. Her YouTube channel has over 1 million subscribers. So you send that message out, multiply it, and amplify it by who knows how much. Imagine how many people see that. More than the people that are subscribed. And this is how people of the younger generation think the real world is. This is how they think. This is what I have to do to succeed. Walk around, and she didn't harass or accost me to get in that interview, but they go around and you see there's kids playing pranks on just innocent bystanders, people that are actually trying to work, and they are getting their internet clout. They're getting their attention, their clicks, and their views, and sadly the society that we live in is rewarding this. Even when they get arrested, they wear it like a badge of honor. Now, we cannot sit here and say that our generations were much better. You know, it's a very arrogant stance to take, but as I see it right now, everything is in decline. Okay, I'm not one to talk about morals, but back in my day, like, if you want to just go around and mess with somebody, at least you could expect some sort of immediate consequence, and you weren't doing it. Like at that time, we still didn't have the phones to do the stream, and the thing I'm doing right here. Oh snap! Wait! I think I just saw a name that I recognize, but I've never. The Roma. Yeah, that's somebody who I learned about through a third-party YouTuber that I'm never gonna name. But I don't know much about her, but I've heard about her message. But back to the point, I hope to see it. So how can we give our powers that be, our school boards, the incentive, right? I have no facts or data regarding, how many people are being pulled out of schools, how many children are being pulled out of schools because their parents want to homeschool them now. I have one of my best friends ever has taken out his 13-year-old and is now homeschooling him because he is disgusted by what he sees in the world. Dropping a like. Hey, thank you. Enter your channel name. Appreciate it forever and a day. For real. Back to my best friend. Like, he's a brother. He's a soldier. We've been through it. We survived. He's the one from my story that people have tried to use to cancel me. And I'm no victim of it. But, yes, there was a thought crime that was done one day, and I've shared it with everybody because I'm transparent. I overshare, and that may be the death of me, but that's okay. I'm willing to share my tale for the betterment of anybody else, for whatever the case. And this is my therapy. But he has saw fit to take his kid out because he told me, Eli, I don't see any value. I don't like what my son is being taught in school. I think I can do better. And you know what? I think they are doing better. They live in a different kind of world than I do here in Florida, where my boy was from. Actually, I'm going to send him this video. Tony, you my G, bro. I'm proud of you. You've come so far. This is for you, okay? That's a shout out to you, my brother. Hey, Mishka. Holy big dog, it's good to see you. Always a pleasure. Okay, all right. So where am I? Oh, yeah, okay. By the way, Equalizer 3, my opinion. Sorry, I'm all over the place. That's where I'm sitting right now. I'm finally healthy enough, thank goodness. I went out to the pool after helping my mother get around and making sure that everybody's diet in the house is okay, way healthier. I've gone through a complete detox. I'm only eating, actually, there's no meat in my diet for the past week, no soda, as little sugar as possible. I don't think I've had a single thing with sugar today, maybe an apple juice. And yeah, I've gone through this complete detox, and the body and the mind are both concurrently going through this, because I think just last night I was finally able to fix my sleeping issues that was so knocked out of whack. So much I was just waking up every night at like 11 p.m. and I'd be like, well, this is usually drinking time, but I'm not drinking again, right? And usually I'd get up and just start something, be like, oh, I'll stay awake for a couple of hours, take advantage of this. And yeah, I've been on the cherry juice, by the way, the black cherry juice, and the celery extract. I bought like a bunch of small bottles of concentrated celery juice, and I made sure that my mother drank it this morning. I drank it, and from the diet cleanse, for one, I can tell my body's in a little bit of shock. I lost 5 pounds, little bonus there, and I'm starting to really feel the benefits, both in body and mind. BRB, AFK, whatever you got to do. I'm just crazy thankful that all of you have been here with me, for me, whenever I reach out. I'm feeling pretty hyped and pumped. I'm honestly thinking tonight, since I finally fixed the sleeping issue, since I'm no longer sleeping the day away, or taking a big old man's nap at my age and wasting 4 hours, I'm thinking tonight I want to do an open panel. Finally, I really want to do an open panel and invite all of you. Maxwell, you're the first one that comes to mind, even though all of you, you're welcome. And I'd love to talk about physical health and mental health together, because they're one and the same. They're so closely related. If the mental health starts to go in overdrive and takes a decline, the physical follows, and it goes the same way, vice versa. If the physical body is in enough harm, to me, gout was like an alarm system that was going off, telling my brain, hey, you have taken us for granted. You've taken this body for granted for too long, and now you're going to suffer for it. And I'm trying to also explain that to my 78-year-old mother, who is also, at that age, and her weight and everything. It's a beautiful time, and I'm very fortunate to even have my parents in my life. And I'm going to do everything within my power to ensure that they both take care of themselves as much as they want to only focus on me and all of their loved ones. They're amazing. He's in her rock band called Vaseline. I missed the context there, but rock on. Oh, I missed the conversation in the chat, but I want to pop up here. I know it's always random. I really want to work on that, and now that I have my full capacity, I really do feel like I'm beyond 100%. I'm eager to get back to work, even though I won't deny, with all the waking hours I've had, and all the nights of insomnia, I did think of what else do I want to do for a living. I am, I'm a thinker. I'm the natural skeptic. All I do is, this can be a prison or it can be your liberation. Am I right? You can make this a place of complete hell and feel like you're stuck, even if you're completely free, which is something the government's already trying to accomplish for us. So let's not help them along, shall we? By the way, no secret, I am noticing here in the state of Florida, while DeSantis has completely ruined his image, I really hope that this state does not forget all the good he has did accomplish during the COVID. Well, I brought that up because of this. I tell you that to tell you this. COVID apparently is really trying to make that comeback. DoorDash drivers are now serving everything in buckets. People are starting to mask the hell up everywhere I go. The theater was packed. And Florida is going to be resilient, especially because the whole reason that DeSantis went with the whole let's make America Florida thing, which was a very silly statement to use around like a flag, and I think has helped solidify he ain't gonna be a contender. I think we should damn well expect Trump to be on right where he belongs to run his campaign, and we better not see Biden get another shot. I will have no hope left in the Democratic Party whatsoever. I still have respect for RFK, although I haven't heard him too much. That Vivek guy is making the rounds, and I gotta tell you, I like what I hear. I really like what I hear. What I missed there? Sorry, the comments that come and go. No, I ignore no advice, and I know the iron is massively important for everything. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's so dystopian. As I feel my health and my mind getting sharper, I feel like the government, of course, wants the complete opposite. They want us to fear illness from every corner, and I don't think at this time we even have the data to show that all of the vaccines even did all of the good that they want us to believe. And I'll stand by some of these comments I see. Do not comply, as it is your freedom to do so. Let the government know. It's supposed to be the people in charge. We definitely forgot that somewhere along the way in this once great nation. You know what I've learned as an absolute... Oh, Vivek is okay. I would like to talk to you if you're willing to panel up, or if you want to do it as a chat. By the way, I need to learn. I'm receptive to all sources of information. Okay, and I absolutely love learning in real time. Vivek, to me, he's doing a lot of right things. And yes, I am that. I still sometimes, screw it. You know what? Pure blood right here. I was, when I went to my specialist for the gout, and the nurse asked me, did you get your vaccines? And I said, no. The look of shock and disgust. What is that even from? What happened to, like, have people forgotten? Look, I don't want to take this one thing. Since when has that made anybody an anti-everything, right? I have in my life refused one vaccine, right? We know the ones we're talking about. That's the only one in my life I've really refused ever. All of a sudden I'm an anti-vaxxer, right? I have only started to learn about Trump. Basically, the media has lied about him quite a bit, right? And now I'm a Trumper because I'm open to the idea. So I hate that I always find a means to get political, but we live in a world that seems to want to just always push you to the edge and make you go where I don't know, the status quo claims they don't want people to go to, right? Don't talk religion, politics. Well, if you shove it in my face, I'm going to say something. And if you saw my last little live chat, okay, that doctor visit is the craziest doctor visit I've had. The craziest doctor I have ever met in my life. The Jewish doctor that has absolutely out-liberaled me at every turn at my most liberal back in the day. And he does not believe in Israel. Or he what did he tell me? Do you know why okay, here's one. I think this was his way of being pro-Israel. Pretty bold stuff to say. Yes, he dropped the N-bomb too. He said, yeah, that's what the upper class Israelis really do. That's how they treat the Arabs. I'm like, yeah, you could have said second-class citizen, but okay, I hear you. He told me, oh yeah. The only reason that Christians and he said specifically the Trump Christian demographic love Israel so much is because for the end times in the Bible, it says that the Jews are supposed to be... YouTube, don't kick me, man. Educational purposes, I'm just sharing my real life experience. And this is coming from, this is a quote from my doctor, that the Jews are supposed to be cannon fodder for the Christians during the end times, and that's the reason why that they love Jewish people, Israel, so much. And he was bashing it. Netanyahu, he told me one of our political from the past, from the last election, was a Russian plant. And I said, dude, sir, I'm not really big into our own three-letter agencies, so, and anytime I would speak that was something like a counterpoint, he'd lose the ability to even look me in the eye. It was quite impressive. He went to medical school in Israel, he's a big deal. But man, like, I hate to say this, but it is truly what I've come to learn, and maybe it's right, maybe I'm misappropriating one of the words in the sentence, though, but Malcolm X said, there's pretty much nothing more harmful than the white liberal, right? And sadly, I've seen that example time and time again, although every flavor does their damage. So, okay, with that, I'm noticing my hand is starting to shake on the dash here. I'm sorry if everything's shaky. It shouldn't be. I am I'm Eli. I'm the Progressive Patriot. I am really getting a new appreciation for my health and just appreciating everybody that we have in our lives, that everything we take for granted. And with that, with this new renewed energy that I cannot turn off, I hope to keep on this momentum. And I know it won't last. Still waking up, it can be a challenge, but nowhere near what it was. And I want to do something really positive with this energy. I'm excited to talk to Josh again. I've been linking up slowly with everybody that I've let down from ghosting, but I was in a pretty miserable existence there. My 9-to-5-esque job full time, and then get home and drink, and that was what I was learning was to be the rest of my life. And I thankfully, you know what? I think, and I use this term loosely, this gout, as painful and miserable as it was kind of my own blessing in disguise, because it was a call to action for me to make a change. And right now I like the change, and I need to prove myself wrong. And anybody else I've given a reason to not believe in me, and I need to stay the course. And I've got plans that I want to commit to. And yes, I am thinking of perhaps changing my job or stepping down to a lower level so I can seek out something more substantial, something that makes me feel like I'm contributing more to this life, this one life on this rock, floating through the infinite of space. I think all of us on some human level. Yo, Big Cat, I am feeling a lot better. Thank you, bro. I just want to, yeah, I think that's a human experience that we can all relate to one another, I hope. No matter what our political outlook is, no matter how people or how we or our neighbors and family have been manipulated by the powers that be, that's their place. And sometimes it's hard to admit when we ourselves have been manipulated. I want to go against the tide, and I want to be the change that I hope to see in the world, right? So I'm figuring all that out, but baby steps. I ain't drinking tonight, and if I don't get any calls to do something special and appreciate that I can walk again, which is such a blessing, I'll tell you, today, right after noon, after I made sure both of my parents got their prescriptions and ate properly, I went to the pool and I just did a nice back float, and I can't tell you how liberating it felt to finally walk on my own and walk right into that beautiful, perfectly temperatured pool. I just submerged, like I just nonstop walked into it and just melted right into it. And I just looked up into the beautiful blue sky, and just everything right now feels so new, and things seem possible, even though the world feels so dire that it feels like everything is telling us, you know, things are going to go wrong. But that doesn't mean we have to feel wrong. A stat that I was going to quote earlier, something I've read that is unequivocal fact. Look this up. I wish it wasn't true. I hope there's time to change it. China, in 2030, China is going to surpass the United States GDP, thus solidifying their eternal want to be the superpower. The doctor that I was speaking to was talking so much about Russia and why they didn't join NATO and how they just want to be in control. There's still hope. If you have it in you, if you've heard some of the talking points and they irk you, you have the spark. You have the gift, the possibility, or the lack of fear to maybe open up that spark into a fire, create some dialogue. We need to keep that dialogue alive, even if you hear somebody or something that seems to want to shut you down or makes you want to shut down. You refuse that. You look it dead in the eye and you say no, and you say what needs to be said. Not just for anybody else's sake or everybody else's sake, but for your own. It's catharsis and it's valuable. So let's show the world we have some damn value. I'll see y'all tonight, unless some miracle happens and some friend calls me in and says, let's do something other than drinking. I'm going to have a lot of people to tell, I can't do this tonight, my friend. And I hope I don't disappoint anybody, but otherwise, I'm on a new mission. Slim Reaper, I'm so glad I saw you. I hope you get to make it tonight as long as I'm able to stick to the plan. I'm working on making things a little bit more regimented and scheduled. Base Girl, I miss you getting on panel, but I haven't given you too many opportunities to do that. But I miss you, girl. I really do. We haven't spoken, and that's all my fault. Now that I'm not wasting time drinking after work and just being miserable at work and or after work, while I am so easily able to keep that fake smile on, I think I might be able to make the time that I've always had and stop making excuses. With that, hey, yo, Unspecified Podcast, big shout out to, you know what, I need to do this. I've been waiting to be able to do this. Please check out Unspecified Podcast, not just for the content and the quality of the content, but for the wisdom and the sense of community. It's a big shout out from my heart to everything they have going on there. So with that, I will stop with the awkward, I'm going to say goodbye for a half hour, even though I'm probably going to do it anyway. No. I don't know what the future holds, and right now that doesn't scare me, and that's a beautiful thing. See y'all tonight, I hope. Let's see. Equalizer 3, I give it a 6 out of 10, by the way. 1 is the best. 2 was pretty damn good. Like, I'd give that one an 8. And Equalizer, this was just like, the beginning is like, yeah. The end is like, yeah. And everything in between is like, So, yeah, that's my rating. It's, okay. Later, guys. Make it a special one.